Hello, you guys. Oh, shoot. I didn't gave myself away. Anyway, hi, you guys. Hi, pretty souls. This is Naeem Shakam here, also known as the Pretty Coach and the Pretty Coach Oracle. And I'm coming to record the Divine Femmes and DM message for the week of the 23rd through the 27th. Okay. I was led to ask questions so that I could be a bit more organized this week. So we're going to see how this goes. And if you guys enjoy it and like it, let me know by commenting and, of course, giving a thumbs up. So for those who might be new to my channel, even though this content, ooh, it feels so great, is fairly new, this is my reading for Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines. And it's for basically the 144,000 and or twin flame unions. So we're going to dive in because we got a lot going on. So I was asking Spirit basically what the current energy surrounding this union is, okay? Well, I'm sorry. I asked first for the affirmation cards and just like spiritual guidance cards. So I'm going to read those first, then we'll hop into the other parts of the reading. So in my heart, I have purposed that it would be two cards, one for the feminine, one for the masculine. So here we go. I asked for the affirmation cards and I pulled them first, but normally I don't read these right away. But just so I don't forget, I'm going to go ahead and read them. And I kind of just feel like I'm supposed to read them first. So here we go. Nothing. This is from the Crystal Oracle deck. No, I'm so sorry. That's not the name of this deck. Hold on. It's called the Archangels and Gemstone Guardians. Okay. So the card is Malachite, and this is for the Divine Feminine. So it says, what patterns in your life do you keep repeating? Walk the inner labyrinth and find the higher spiritual purpose for your challenges and lessons. Discover and release the patterns that no longer serve you, and look for the emerging patterns of joy, harmony, and inner peace. Move forward in your in your evolutionary spiral upward. So the archangel that's associated with this stone is Archangel Raphael. I'm so happy. I probably say that every time I get anything about Raphael, but aside from Michael, because Michael to me is the angel specifically set over the elect as far as to protect the elect. I'll just put it like that. And I appreciate the powers and virtues that angel brings. But I love Raphael because um, it's the healer angel, okay? So here we go. It says, I find balance within. I feel my feelings and embrace my emotions. Love swirls into my life. I recognize repetitive patterns. And I also feel that this affirmation is something that needs to be said. So repeat after me, pause it, whatever you need to do. All right. It says, I choose patterns of love, compassion, and kindness. I focus on my heart center. I treasure the lessons I learned through being in relationships with others. So, first of all, I would have to say that I feel like the Divine Feminine needs to work on her heart chakra or his heart chakra. Okay. And not saying that you guys haven't, but this is to me what that's about. It's about the heart chakra. Second card to come out for the Divine Masculines, which can be males or females. All right, it says the gemstone is called Larimar, and it looks like this. Very, very, very pretty. Okay, it says, do you have an affinity with dolphins? Have you found that you feel so much better after spending time at the seashore? It's time to spend some time by the ocean. For those who saw the rising reading today, that the ocean and dolphins, I want to say, were referenced in the rising reading today too, in one of the crazy, sexy, cool love notes. Just throwing that out there. So I feel like these are already meshing together. Okay, so it says it's time to spend some time by the ocean. Connect with the healing, salty energy of the seawater and its cleansing properties in order to support your health, both physically and emotionally. The archangel that's associated with this stone is Archangel Thuriel, and here is the affirmation for the masculines. I breathe, I breathe in life completely. I am in touch with my emotions, and it is easy for me to relax into the ebb and flow of life. I am balanced, whole, and complete. So beautiful. All right, so I'm going to move into the the other oracle cards that I have here, and they are from one of my favorite decks. It's my very first deck here, and it is the Earth Warrior Oracles, which I will be reading from. Okay. I'm going to be reading from I'm going to read what I'm led to read. That's what I'm trying to say. So, for the Divine Feminine, the card that they got is the 32, and it is called Paka Karmak. Maybe Karmak or Karmak. I don't know. But it's spelled Karmaq. Anyhow, let's get ready to read about this card and this energy. So, my bookmark happens to be the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands deals with messages, possibly directly from spirit, or just messages that basically excite someone, or that stirs up a passion in within you, stirs up the gift within you, or it's a communication dealing with an opportunity that you could be passionate about. Could even be sexual messages, a little cute, like, ooh, whatever. So moving on. That's that with that. The Page of Wands. Some of us could be expecting a message. Some of us could have already sent a message. And it doesn't even just have to be sensual or sexual like what I was thinking. It could also just be a message that really comes from your heart. Okay? Or that comes from another person's heart to you guys. Let's hop into what it can mean. Oh, this is also Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. Just throwing that out there. So it says, in a reading, explore, and this is for again, number 32 from the Earth Warriors deck. And this is for the Divine Feminine. Explore and experiment with nutritional wisdom which suits your body at this time. Understand that it may change over time. Remember that caring for the needs of your body is more important and spiritually mature than trying to force your body to meet the expectations of a belief system outside of yourself. Don't starve yourself of what you need on any level of your being, including peace, solitude, love, time spent in spiritual communion, artistic expression, and nutrition. Answers are coming from your questions about all forms of nourishment, including nutrition. So do not give up when you are so close to finding your way. If you've been struggling with your needs being met on some level, a blessing is given to a blessing is given to help you into more nourishing and abundant situations in all areas of your life. So let me read this other portion. It says nourishment for the soul. You are granted the gifts of fertility, creativity, and earthly abundance to support all your needs for nourishing body, mind, and soul, and to live your life fully and be capable of manifesting your divine purpose. First of all, that is amazing news for us divine feminines. I feel like a lot of us, we've been putting in a lot of inner work, a lot of spiritual work, and we've been wanting to physically manifest from that place of healing and all that kind of stuff. We want things like maybe some of you guys could be trying to look for work. If it's not work, you could be putting in the effort building your own businesses, or even if you already have your own businesses, you're in partnership and all these types of things. You've been rebranding You've been just getting your stuff in alignment so that you can handle taking care of yourself from day to day. A lot of you have been getting up and going to work every day, busting your butts, so that you can provide for yourself, so that you can move, so that you can have a car, so that you can pour into the spiritual work, the work that you're passionate about, creative works as well, music, art, poetry, um, not even just that. As healers, some of you guys put together tinctures and all that kind of stuff. You've been working in all of those areas, and Spirit is blessing us because of that, okay? Awesome sauce. And not just those areas, in whatever areas, but it says, basically, it's whatever is in alignment with your divine purpose, you guys have been putting in work towards that. It says, give yourself permission to be nourished. This includes your body and also providing your heart, your mind, your soul with what they are hungry for, meaning, sweetness, divine love, and permission to be authentic. That is like one of my favorite words, authentic. When you feed yourself that which truly nourishes you, wisely and generously, you shall become one who can also feed the world that for which it truly hungers. In the spiritual guidance, it says, um, hmm, let me first look. I'm not trying to read everything. But I'll start here. So many human beings around the world suffer from undernourishment on a physical, emotional, and psychological levels. Being fed more of what you don't need cannot satisfy hunger. The cells and the soul cry out for what will truly stave off starvation. The quest for the profound, life-giving, and satisfying experience of genuine, spiritual presence is part of this. Paka Karmak is known as the father of the world in the Peruvian Ikma culture, which preceded the Inca tradition. He is that provider of the gift of agriculture. Part of his part of his mythic story is that in creating the first man and woman, he forgot to create food for them also. And when the man died, the woman cursed Paka Karmak, accusing him of neglect. And in response, the god made her fertile. At a symbolic level, this story tells of the need for sacred rage towards neglect and the creative resourcefulness that we can generate only when we get angry enough to demand healing change. So first and foremost, this has to do possibly with something that it's an area where we've experienced some form of neglect. And remember, they've mentioned this can be on a physical level, emotional, or spiritual level. So because of whatever we feel that we've been lacking, it's that thing that is going to be stirred up enough to where it'll cause us to move to action. Awesome. It says food is a matter of spiritual importance. Without proper nourishment, which heals the body, eliminates and informs the mind, and fortifies the soul, we undermine a healthy relationship between spirit, the mind, and the body. If the body is out of balance and the mind filled with fear, then the attempts of the spirit to move our lives in the correct direction will be met with resistance, anger, and defiance. Mhm. Denying the needs of the body out of a misplaced sense of spiritual consciousness, wow, is not going to further our spiritual cause on this planet. That's the truth. So, what I feel like this is saying to us as the divine feminine, some of us may be neglecting our health. Some of us could be neglecting our health on either all of these levels or a few of these levels. For example, somebody could be neglecting their health on the physical plane, being so wrapped up in what they feel is the physical. Okay. Um, or I'm sorry, I meant to say the spiritual. And then another batch of us could literally be neglecting our spiritual health, but the physical, we're keeping and shaping up to par. So we need a balance between the both or all of them, okay? And that's so funny because just before I began to do this reading, I was looking at my neck where my goiter is, and this goiter has gotten significant. I mean, it's gotten huge. And when I say big, I mean it's beginning to take up a big portion to me of my neck. I already have a neck that's this big, okay? But the goiter, do y'all see that? That's the goiter. It didn't used to be that big. So I just feel like it's making me feel that I need to check that out. And I don't know how to do that because I'm not going to say I don't know how to do it. I need to rephrase that. I feel the need. Okay, so I don't even know how to say this, guys. Give me a minute. Let me try to think my thoughts through. I have been working, but I don't work a traditional job, right? So I don't have health benefits. And then I can't honestly say that I've been working. I have been, but I haven't really been making the type of money with my business the way that I would like to. And so because of that, it's a struggle and I'm sacrificing technically my health in a way because I can't go get this checked out. I can't get it checked out right now. So I try not to worry about it or focus on it. Um, Sometimes I'm disappointed, I guess, because I feel it more, I don't know. I don't want to get too deep off into that. That may take me too far away from what we're doing here. But basically, I don't make enough yet for me with my business to even worry or think about my health. And that's a terrible mindset to have because if I'm not healthy, I'm not going to be able to do this. And I can't deny the fact that I've been trying not to focus on it, but it bothers me because I feel that it's doubled in size. So I just kind of feel like this is a warning to pay attention to your body. So moving on, that's what I'll say. And it also talks about just eating right, eating healthy. And that's the message I've been getting from Spirit for years now. And I can't say that I've been doing the best job either. Disobedience, not cool. All right, so that's that for the Divine Feminine. Now we're going to go to number 33, which is for the Divine Masculines here, okay? And I thought it was really cool that they were like right behind each other. So let's see. The bookmark for this is the High Priestess energy. So funny. I just had this random thought, like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not going to say it because the High Priestess could be a male or a female, in my opinion, as far as, well, I won't say it can be a male or a female, but I feel like a male and a female can both be in the High Priestess energy. Though, for me, the way I read cards is, it is what it is on the card. So, this could be a woman, even though it's a Divine Masculine energy. Moving on, guys. All right, so it's pronounced, I think, Intikana, and here's what it means in a reading. It says, trust your feeling over appearances. Move away from influences that create fear, negativity, or doubt in you. Reach out for that which uplifts your heart. Oh my God, reach out for that which uplifts your heart. Spiritual protection is being offered. Refuse to be dazzled by ego masquerading as something spiritual. Through your prayers and efforts, spiritual light has been accumulating on the inner planes, even though you may not sense that consciously as yet. There will be an intersection of events and circumstances in your physical world through which that light shall pour forth and manifest itself as grace. Continue with your spiritual devotion. There is something truly good to come of it. Here's the spiritual guidance. In the Incan tradition, Inti is the physical sun and the spiritual presence inherent in the sun's life-giving energy. Intikana is the being who is one with Inti, a child of the sun. I have been told that I am the daughter of the sun. Cool. In the esoteric mystery schools, solar child and solar angel are terms for the soul, the deeper aspect of us that is connected to the spiritual light. This oracle brings you understanding that there is a new depth of soul connection that's opening up for you. We enter such a sacred process through a challenge known in spiritual traditions as initiation. When we are faced with a deep unknowing, which is what happens when we are growing spiritually and moving through a spiritual initiation, we have outgrown what our minds are capable of providing. And we need more knowledge and more wisdom, more light, so that we can find our way through the darkness of initiation and into the blessing of new life waiting on the other side of the process. When we turn our attention to the soul, instead of applying logic and intellect to figure out yet another doomed plan to conquer the irrepressible evolution inherent in the spiritual path, we finally gain comfort. Hope is a quality of the soul, and it allows us to bear the uncertainty when, according to a greater wisdom, there is something that we cannot know the answer to, at least for now. Hope gives us patience so that we can learn how to feel our soul connection more deeply and grow into the wisdom of the answers that we need. We stop fumbling about in the library of the intellect and instead seek out the answers from the source that can provide it, which is the illumined temple of our own soul. Initiation often involves an element of the unexpected, and we typically feel unprepared for it, even though at a soul level, I feel like I know where they're going. Even though at a soul level, we've been working towards it for a very long time. If it's happening, however, then we are actually ready for it. Such spiritual testing is intimidating, though, to the ego, but the soul knows how to move through this process. Trust your inner self and trust in the light and the unconditionally supportive assistance that the universe will lend to your purpose. Then you can be fearless, impervious to manipulation, and remain steady and faithful in the face of challenge. The solar festival of Inti was a celebration of new life, which was held at the start of a new planting season, which is also the new moon. If you saw the rising reading that I did this morning, you're going to already know that this is 22:22 on the clock. Just as I was getting ready to say this, you're going to know that this is on point with that reading. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend that you go and check out the rising reading today for February 23rd through the 27th. Check it out. This is the same energy I feel. Or there are at least aspects of that energy. Okay. It says it is realistic to cultivate hope and cheerful. Let me sit back, y'all. My back is hurting so bad. It is realistic to cultivate hope and cheerfulness, both of which nurture the heart, especially during initiation. And this oracle foretells of a positive conclusion of any initiation of the soul. If you or a loved one have been plagued by dark and depressing thoughts, then this oracle brings a spiritual intervention of joyful light. Open up to the joyful light of love and peace to fill your heart and your home. You have the power to call this in because you are acknowledged as the child of the light. Rest in the divine light within, imagining that you can peer into your soul and be warmed by the light and life of the inner sun that shines within, which is the true light of Great Spirit. From that place of inner peace, luminous love, and safe refuge, you can proceed with boldness, patience, wisdom, and hope. The oracle asks you to cultivate a sense of self-worth and acknowledge the goodness within you without needing to be perfect. You don't just have light within you, you are the light. Remember that. Shine. We need you. Baby, clarification, or no, I'm trying to say confirmation for sure. So now hopping into um the other portions of the reading. The first question I asked of Spirit was, what is the current energy um for the divine feminine and the divine masculine? So for the divine feminine, the card of passion came out. My nephew played too much. He over here faking like he choking. Okay. Yeah, I think this is for the divine feminine, divine masculine, I think. Yeah. Okay. So passion is the first card for the divine feminine. Basically, the vibe that I got from that is that somebody, all I know is that this is about some very strong feelings to me. And I don't know why when I saw this card, I felt like this was the divine masculine's energy towards the divine feminine. Okay, even though this is the divine feminine's, um, this is the card that came out for both of them, for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But I feel like this is how the masculine feels about her. When we got the cards and we were pulling for the divine masculine, these two came up and out. Okay. And these are give your relationship a chance and stay optimistic about your love life. And it says work on your partnership. The other one says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. For me, with this being the divine masculine energy, I low key feel like this is how the divine feminine is feeling towards the masculine. I don't know why I felt that, but I just did. So for me, that makes me feel like for some of you feminines, you may not really be sure about how you feel about the connection with your masculine anymore. Some of you guys may be feeling like it's over, it's hopeless. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel. Meanwhile, some of the masculines are over here looking at you guys or thinking about you, and it could be sensual, sexual in nature. If it's not, they have this thing where you've awakened something in them, and they can't just go on with life as they used to. Even if they're not saying shit to you, just know you have ignited passion in them. I don't know why I feel like it's that, but that's the feelings I got. The next question, first of all, is what were the perceived challenges for the divine feminine and the divine masculine? And the answer to those questions, oh my God, I am messing myself up. I almost hurt my nails. That kind of hurts. All right, so the first card to come out for the divine feminine says very soon. And it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And I'm getting the same vibe that this is more so how the divine feminine is feeling about the masculine. It don't gotta be the case though. It really could be the fact that a lot of the divine feminines may need to really make this decision about what it is that they want and why, so that they can be sure of it and so they can focus on that, the happy feelings and thoughts that it brings, so they can manifest it and bring it into themselves. But I definitely feel more so like the divine feminine is kind of like if there's a decision that this masculine has to make between the divine feminine and another person, the feminine is like, I sure hope this person make up their mind. Okay, I don't know why, but I'm feeling that. Like I hope that this happens. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're in this. They're ready for this, or they feel like they're ready for this to happen. For the divine masculine, the card for deception flew out of the deck. It says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And so I feel like the masculine could either feel this way about the feminine, or whoever the masculine is dealing with, they could be recognizing this about the person that they're with, or the masculine himself or herself could be the one wearing the false self mask. But I know for my own whole little personal life, and this could be the case for some of you guys, I had a dream about the other person wearing a false mask. And that mask was them trying to act exactly like me. And you know, it just is what it is. That I can't lie. I literally had a dream about that. Wasn't worried about this person, wasn't thinking about this person, but yet and still that's what popped up in my dreams. And I've had the blessing and the gift of if this connection that I'm thinking of is in fact, and the reason why I be acting like I'm still kind of unsure about it is just because it could be a soulmate connection, you know, I'm not sure. I have these feelings. But Long story short, if this is in fact for sure my 144,000 divine union, and I am supposed to be in connection with this man who I'm currently in separation from, then I've had the privilege of actually meeting the quote unquote possible karmic or the soulmate. I don't know. I would say this is the soulmate. Could be a karmic one, but it's a soulmate nonetheless. I've met this person, been in their presence on multiple occasions. We knew about each other, knew of each other, all of that. Okay. So I know how this person kind of is. And even though I wasn't thinking about them, this dream came up and it was her literally pretty much acting exactly like me. So yeah, that's that with that. Sorry, this isn't about me only. But I'm a part of the collective, and that's why I just shared that. Next question. I said, how can they choose to overcome their challenges? The answer to that question came in the form of these two cards. For the divine feminine, it is getting to know each other. And it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, then your bond deepens. So to me, this is about talking. This is about maybe even meeting up, having a conversation. If you can't meet up, this is about messaging back and forth, talking to one another. And not just talking about surface things. This is about, hey, really talking about what makes you tick, talking about, I love the way that they say it, reveal, because that's what I feel like it's about. You have to be willing to be bare with this person. And that's both for you who are watching this video and for the cross watcher. You got to be willing to be naked with this person in order for this bond to get stronger and deeper. So for the oh God. And that's something I know for me. I was literally just I'm just very I've been blocked. Okay? I'm just saying, like, I can only go so far with revealing. And I'm an open book. I'm nurturing, loving, giving, all this stuff. But there's this part that seems to be off limits and blocked. Anyways, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're getting our instructions now, right? And the other card for the divine masculine is free yourself. It says it's time to take back control of your life. So here we go. Again, I'm getting that vibe that the getting to know each other, this is how the feminine feels. Basically, it's like the feminine wants her person, if it's a woman or vice, switch it if you need to, but I'm going to say the woman here. The feminine wants her man to like really learn about her and really know her. He wants her to, oh my God, she wants him to really learn her. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. She desires to really get to know him on a very personal and intimate level. I feel like there could have been some blocks on both of their parts, you know? And in the part of the divine masculine or the male possible person here, he wants her to take control of her life. That may not be the case for everybody. This is general, but still, if it resonates with you, cool. He wants her to be herself. And this could also go for a male energy. Like, if you've been bound, literally I'm hearing the take the shackles off the Mary Mary song. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. And then I heard the verse. I've been bound for so long, feel like all hope was gone. That part. Just that part. That's what started playing in my head. Long story short, I feel like the masculine might see the feminine as if she has been bound and as she hasn't really been living her life. And he wants her to take the initiative to take ownership of herself and to do something with herself, whatever the hell it may be. Okay. Moving on. Moving on. We got a lot of energy here and I need to hurry up. This is 30 freaking minutes long. Okay. I asked, how will the divine intervene? And here's what we got. We got a lot of energy. This was like the most cards that came out of the whole deck for everything. Because every other card, it was just either 1 or 2. So it looks like, and I'm going to read these from both ways, from both right to left, from left to right, starting with left to right. So the first card that wound up coming out, and these were all at the same time, that's why I took them. Forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. Religious factors was the next card that came out, and it said your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations, and release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Remember, I asked the question, how will the divine intervene? I feel like a tower. So now I'm going to read this from the right to the left. I feel like a tower moment is getting ready to happen that is going to cause somebody to release their ex, whether it's the divine masculine or feminine, or maybe it could be both of you guys that were holding on to exes in some way, shape, or form. Okay. In the process of that, spirit is wanting you to keep your mind open. First of all, I feel like some of us have already met these people. It may not be the case for everybody, but some of us may have already met our divine, our 100, our person, our partner, divine partner. And it's not like they're totally nothing like what you wanted. For some of them, you could have thought that the person was attractive physically and all this other type of stuff. But then when you get to the whole religious factors part, oh, well, I'm this and they're that. This ain't gonna work. Or whatever differences you feel like you guys have, that you feel like somehow it's not going to work, spirit is saying keep an open mind. Then it says make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. I feel like once a lot of us slow down, or once a lot of us, this tower moment happens and you're forced to have to listen to what spirit is telling you to do. Yeah, you're going to need to do what spirit is instructing you to do in regards to this particular connection. Okay. We already talked about religious factors, but we're bringing it out again. I feel like for some people, this could have been something that was literally holding you back from your person, your divine union, your divine partner. Okay. And so once that tower moment happens, I feel as though some of you guys may drop that. Like it may not even matter. Hell, both of you guys are on a spiritual journey, period. That's why you're here watching this video. And then last but not least, forgiving and or learning. So it's like these things are going to happen first. The tower moment about releasing the ex and therefore clearing and cleansing the energy, keeping an open mind, then doing what spirit tells you to do, even if you may not totally understand why you're having to do it. It's because of the journey that you're on, spiritually speaking, no matter what religious background you were originally from. And that will lead you. First of all, this is also spiritual awakening for me. I just heard that. Also spiritual awakening, and then it's going to lead you right back to one another, where you're going to have to forgive each other and then talk about and maybe even discuss what you guys have learned. This is how the divine is going to intervene. They're going to shake some shit up, which was also said in the rising reading. Moving on, I asked spirit, these are the last 2 cards, y'all, I promise, and I'm done. Well, no, these are the last 2 cards for this portion of the reading. I do have some tarot for you guys, and then I'll be finished. What are the possible outcomes? I asked for 2 cards. One for the highest good, but I kind of don't get the vibe that it's a whole highest good and one bad thing. I just kind of feel more so like these are the 2 possibilities that could take place. Okay, so for the highest good, well, no. I think this, yeah. You can look at this like this. That one card is for the divine feminine, the other card is for the divine masculine. And you can reverse them if you need to, however it resonates. The 2 cards that came out were finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I know that resonates with me because that's mine. So, and I don't, sometimes I be getting confused, y'all, whether or not I'm the divine masculine or feminine, because shit, the stuff that, it be happening for me, some of the same issues that the divine masculine is dealing with, I'd be like, hey, that's me. It is what it is. I'll just say I can identify with them both. But finances and career is mine, and usually this first card is for the divine feminine. So we'll just stick to this for the sake of understanding in this reading that I'm the divine feminine here. And it says love yourself first for the divine masculine card. It says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I feel like this is about the divine masculine standing up for himself. This could be the same thing for the feminine too, but still, the divine masculine may need to stand up for himself if it's a male energy or however it goes. I'm reading it for a man. This person may be getting controlled or manipulated as well, possibly because of codependency issues and stuff like that. So, yeah, he might need to stand up for himself. Oh my God. And you know what? That could be what the free yourself is for as well, for the divine masculine on the whole. How can they overcome the challenges? He may need to get out of a connection as well that has him pinned in. Wow. So that's that with that portion. Let me pick all these cards up because I need this space for the tarot portion. Let me pause and come back. Okie dokie, you guys. So I'm back and I've got the tarot cards out here. And I was basically just asking for kind of like a general message to go along with what was going on, and to probably clarify more what was happening and what came out in the other portion of this reading. So I'm going to show you guys the overall energy cards. I'm going to talk about what I feel like is going on right there. And then we're going to hop into the actual cards. So after I had pulled the main foundational cards for the reading, I used, first of all, the illuminated tarot deck. So that's where all the foundational cards from. That's where all the foundational cards came from, excuse me. And then the clarifying deck that I used was the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Those are the clarifying cards. So boom. From the illuminated tarot deck, two cards fell out, or two cards came out as I was pulling from the bottom of the deck for the overall energy. And they were the Three of Swords and the Nine of Cups, okay? The Three of Swords was underneath the Nine of Cups. So I take that as my second card, which is normally what's influencing something. And since they literally both came out as one, I felt like they were supposed to be taken in together. Hold on. I got to open this door real quick to let a little bit of this smoke out of here. Hopefully my little nephew don't decide to come up in here. If he does, he gonna have to go. Okay, Malachi. So with the Nine of Hearts, I don't know why I said cups or swords in this deck. It is the Nine of Hearts, and it is the Three of Spades, which are the equivalent to the Three of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Now to me, this oracle deck is upside down, which I would read. It could be like a reversal here, but in the explanation, she doesn't have reversals. Okay, so it would still be the same meaning or what have you, but the cups are spilling over. So I feel like that energy is more so maybe of something going to waste. Um, Maybe somebody being greedy. But in the upright, it deals with wish fulfillment, abundance, and for me also self-love and care. And if it's in the reverse, then that means somebody might not be focusing on that as they should be. Okay. Now, the influence here, I just got a little change. Hey, the little influence here is the Three of Spades. So the Three of Spades can deal with confusion and all that kind of stuff. That's in the, hold on, that's in the typical. Let's go ahead and get it from here. Okay, so normally in the traditional tarot, it could deal with being confused about one's feelings, possibly, but in this deck, it's talking about moving beyond or heartbreak. Let me say that it can also deal with heartbreak, but in this particular deck, it's talking about moving beyond the heartbreak, moving beyond sorrow, and really beginning to get clarity and understanding about your feelings. And that's actually good news. Let's see what my bookmark is here. My bookmark is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what that could deal with and what that can mean. Hold, please. It could deal with weakness, mediocrity, hmm mediocrity, particularly in life and in work. I could dig that because I've literally been having like kind of thoughts about that about myself. So that resonates with me, if with no one else. Um, I feel like okay, and that was clarifying the Three of Spades energy. So somebody could be getting clear about how maybe they have not been loving themselves, how they haven't been taking care of themselves, possibly due to not really being all that they could be, maybe even sacrificing themselves, continuously self-sabotaging in more ways than one. Okay, this is the thing. Even if you're not going, like, I'm a person who I don't want to work a traditional 9 to 5, and it's not even that I just don't want to. It's like with being how sensitive I am to so much stuff, it's like I can only work for a limited amount of time. That may sound crazy to some people, but with me being so literally so spiritual, I'm gonna have to find a way to work where I'm more so working with the spiritual things, like spiritual work, which is what I'm attempting to do now. Okay, that's the reason why I price my things the way that I do, and why I have to pretty much demand that I'm paid, because that is my job as of now. Okay, and I feel like I hate that people don't all the time respect it, but hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna continue to ask it. Oh goddamn, I'm sleepy, y'all. After this, I'm probably gonna chill out because I got one more reading, and I really wanted to get them done so that I could be uploading them and they could be ready and out for tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's not. I'm gonna have to just call it a night after this reading. But anyhow, the Three of Pentacles for me, I'm feeling like could deal with the fact that also somebody may not be working. Someone may not be putting in the type of work and effort that they could to build something. So that's just that with that. Last but not least, the overall energy for the clarifying deck is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, do I have that book? That's the only book that I don't think I have. Out of all the books, the one about the tarot of sexual magic, I don't have it. I probably do. It's probably just put up somewhere. Anyway, the Ten of Pentacles normally deals with success in business. I'm talking about not just any kind of success, but that long money. Long money. Okay? But even if it's not just about earthly money or what have you, it is about a stable, firm, loving connection in a relationship, guys. That is everything. So now we're going to go ahead and hop on into this reading. Okay? So the first card that actually came out of the Illuminated Tarot deck, when I was asking Spirit for general messages that would possibly go along with the message we got for the Divine Femmes and DMs about their love life, we got the Five of Clubs. This reminds me of the Devil card. Let's see what they say it is in this book. In the book. Yep. Five of Clubs, the Devil, attachment and or control. So what I feel like, because this card happens to be upside down, or what I would call in the reverse, I would say that somebody, either they're thinking about coming away from the walking away from attachment and temptation and or controlling behaviors. That's how I would read that. Okay. Um my bookmark here is of the 7 of Wands. So I feel like somebody could very well be really guarded now at this time in this connection. Also, this would denote the karmic, or some type of karmic patterns and behaviors, karmic attachment. You know what I'm saying? Clarifying that card though, because we ain't leave it up to chance or anything. Oh shoot, be careful, Jude. Be careful, be careful. Okay, there we go. We didn't leave nothing up to chance though. We went ahead and clarified. Asked Spirit to help us to clarify this. So clarifying this 5 of Clubs, we got the Queen of Pentacles, the Sun, and then we got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I really felt like, first of all, Queen of Pentacles, the signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. The Sun is Leo energy all day, every day. Pentacles energy could still be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and that is in the reverse. So I feel like somebody is looking at this woman, Queen of Pentacles energy, or there could be 2 different people. Queen of Pentacles is a mama, a wife. Not saying that none of the other queens are, but I'm hearing abundant. Queen of Pentacles is abundant. Somebody could have Leo and Virgo in their chart, Leo and Taurus, Leo and Capricorn. Oh my God. Okay. I literally just also heard Mars and Capricorn. So some of you guys could have Mars and Capricorn in your chart. But anyways, let's see what the Queen of Pentacles is. We having some moments here, okay? The Queen is healthy in body, finances. She is grounded, calm, and kind. She is secure, or she can create security. She's a mom. She can represent freedom as well. Very orderly, very detailed. Can sometimes be considered an older woman, or she's generous with her gifts. Let's see what the 2 of Pentacles in reverse can deal with. Yep, here we go. Forced happiness or fake happiness. Letters talking about these things. Okay, so I feel like what could be happening here, and we do have the Sun card here, which is supposed to denote happiness and joy. Okay, but with the last card, it definitely could be that this is fake. This energy of, and that's why somebody is wanting to come out of it, possibly with the 5 of Clubs in reverse here. Somebody is not happy. Somebody is faking the funk, and they don't want to. They don't want to. The Queen of Pentacles and the Sun card. Being together here. Or it was like the second card. I need to clarify the damn clarifying code. Oh, but I don't got no other deck. Can't do it. It's cool. Actually, I do have another deck. Y'all, sit back. Take some breaks. Pause. This reading gonna be kind of long. Hello. Goodbye. This reading about to be kind of long. Because I got to clarify this, okay? So, I'm going to ask Spirit to help me to clarify the Queen of Pentacles here. Because I want to know who that is. What signs are in the chart with that, okay? Okay. or what this person's character is like. The Magician and stuff like that. And then I'm going to clarify the Two of Pentacles on this, and then I'll be finished. Okay, let us cut that. Spirit, why is this Queen of Pentacles here? I feel like this could be a mom, a wife. This could be the older woman in this connection. It could be a third party situation. Okay, for some of you guys, doesn't have to be, but it could be. Chariot is talking about progress, okay, forward movement, achievement to me as well, integrating lessons in order to experience success and all that good stuff and forward movement. So, okay. Tower just flew out the mug. So those are two major arcana things. Tower in reverse can indicate an implosion, or maybe that the tower moment has already happened with this person. That's true. A tower moment that caused somebody to move forward. Okay, we got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Cups I saw first. The Page of Swords in reverse. That talks about, to me, like, this could be arguments. It could be messages where somebody's lying. You know what I'm saying? Cutting smooth up. But the Page of Swords is what came out first. So I feel like so that means this could be why this tower moment happened. There were I'm so sorry. There were lies that were told in this connection. Could have been with this Queen of Pentacles, or like the lies could have come from this Queen of Pentacles energy, or it could have been on somebody who technically is a Queen of Pentacles, which means this person is fertile or abundant. You know, they can make stuff happen. They may have money, or they have the potential to make this money. But I feel like fear was in the way of this person possibly bossing up, because the Queen of Pentacles can also be a boss-like energy. But now, because of all this stuff that's transpired, this could have been what pushed them into really leveling up and becoming the Queen of Pentacles and or wife and or mother that they really could be. Haha. Now that's coming together. And it's like after this happens, then they're going to get some form of happiness, some form of success. This is also success here too. And whatever false or fake situation that somebody in the connection could be in, I feel like that could end as well. And especially with the Ace of Cups here. It's like, I feel like this is kind of sad. It's making me feel like somebody could be staying with another person just because this particular person don't have their stuff together all the way yet. But it's like as soon as they get it together, they dropping the other person. So both people, possibly divine masculine and the divine feminine, could have been operating in some form of fear. The divine feminine operating in a form of fear of success, fear of responsibility, fear of, handling the day-to-day in a household and all that kind of stuff. And the divine masculine, whoever that could be, could have fear of not having their needs met or not being financially secure. But nah. With the Ace of Cups coming out after the Page of Swords and stuff, I feel like Page of Swords, I'll have to stay there for a moment. I'm sorry, you guys. I was thinking. Page of Swords can also be energy about, it's like a truth being said, but it's like really harsh. Very unfiltered. No tech whatsoever. And that the reason that this person is talking this way is because they have some form of malicious or evil intention. Anyway, whatever. It looks like some form of new love is still going to be here. New or renewed love will still be here at the end of the day. So I'm going to stop with that. But look at the bottom of the deck. Capricorn, the devil card. So I'm done clarifying that shit. That's what that tells me. Okay, we're going to ask about the sun card, Spirit. I wasn't going to do that, but now I'm is. What's going on here with this Sun card? Queen of Swords, somebody stepping into their power, I feel, cutting out BS, somebody taking action, being able to make wise decisions for themselves. What else is going on with this? Somebody could have decided to become single. Queen of Cups just showed itself in the reverse, though. So somebody could have been being manipulative. Could have had Leo in their chart. Four of Wands is showing up in the reverse here. Just got some more funds. That's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Spirit. You are the bomb. You are the bomb. And let's see. Let's make sure that that was what I'm thinking it is. Y'all pause. I'm going to tell y'all the good news about that. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yep. Yep. So I've got my 2 readings set up. I'm going to tell y'all about that. Most popular if I don't forget. I'm going to tell y'all right now because I have to. So today I spoke something into the atmosphere, and I actually purposed it in my heart a couple days ago. I said that I'm going to make my first $500 from readings this week, okay? And I said that I'm going to do it either today. This is like my starting point. Before this week is over, I will make my $500. So these little cha-chings coming in, it is like, okay, Spirit, okay, do your thug thizzle. All praises to the Most High. Thank you. Okay, so somebody is choosing to leave. Oh, gosh. Queen of Cups really just wants to come out here. Okay, she really wants to come out here. Queen of Cups, I guess, is in the reverse energy here. Somebody is cutting themselves away from a manipulative, committed union. 4 Cups in the reverse. Let's see what that could possibly deal with. I feel like it could mean that somebody's coming out of being unsatisfied, not happy, because they want their happiness. So whatever they've been doing, wherever they have been, it's not been providing that. They don't feel the joy, the peace, the warmth that they want. So they're coming up out of this shit. Somebody's actually manipulative. Somebody is cunning. Somebody is pernicious. That means you do sneaky, underhanded shit, and you try to it's like the reason why it's so successful is because it comes across as things like you care. Or it comes across because what you speak is truthful, but your intentions behind the truth that you speaking is malicious as fuck. But this person is coming away from that because they've been unsatisfied. They've been unhappy for a while. Let's look and see what the 4 of Cups can deal with, shall we? The 4 of Cups can deal with, in the reverse, new relations, new instruction, new at something, or original or first of its kind. That's kind of cool. It's like it makes me feel as if this could be the first time in forever, or and I do think I'll say it's a forever thing, especially with the number 4 being here. This could be something new that's about to be established. Like a new mother freaking president is about to be set right here. Doesn't have to be the case, but it's possible. I feel like like this person, they may have never done this before. They may have never chosen themselves, their own happiness, their own joy. They may have never done that before. Wow. They have been bound in this fear and this control and this attachment energy for a really, really long time. That's beautiful. That means to me like a generational curse and some shit is being broken. And like I said, a new precedent is being established. Look at this. Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. If it has been done before, it hasn't been done in a long time in the way that it's about to happen again. I feel like somebody might literally decide to marry someone who they feel brings them complete joy and happiness. Look at this. Two of Cups. They might go to their divine damn partner, who could also have been a soulmate for them, but it's just a different damn soulmate. Whew, I'm gonna put that down there too because I feel like it belongs. And they manifested this. That go down too. But I do feel like somebody could have some anxiety about it. That go down too. But that anxiety not gonna last for long. They about to go ahead and they've made it. And this is a divine union because the Queen of Swords showed up here, remember? The Queen of Swords was the first card. Y'all, I'm telling y'all I'm sleepy and can't talk. The Queen of Swords was the first card to come out. And now we end with the King of Swords. I'm done. Signs that could be represented here: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, Taurus, Aries, and Taurus. And yeah, like I said, Leo a little bit earlier. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, moving on. Two of Pentacles, we about to clarify. Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and then we're going to move on. I really feel like I understand this because this is a very familiar scenario. Somebody is faking right now, faking the funk in a connection, faking like they're happy, just putting on airs. I don't even want to say nothing else, but it came out. They're not happy. They're not healed. This isn't the person that they want to be with. This isn't their wish fulfillment. This is not their answered prayer. But as if I wasn't right already, let's just go ahead and see what the Star in reverse can deal with. In the reverse, it can deal with arrogance, impotence, and haughtiness. So you know what? This is the reason why these people are faking the funk. Because they motherfucking asses is egotistical. Both of them trying to save freaking face. But to me, that's still that devil energy. But guess what? It's coming to an end. Spirit says it's time out for that. Death energy, Scorpio. The World card in reverse. Yeah, that's because somebody's been holding on. There was unfinished business, so this cycle couldn't be ended. Somebody was being devilish, holding on past their time, and that's why this World card is here in the reverse. But it's not working for them. It's not actually working for them. The World card, they could have Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, or Scorpio somewhere very prevalent in their chart. Heavy Scorpio, I will say. Heavy Scorpio and Aquarius. And then we got the Strength card showing itself right now. That's Leo. Leo and Virgo to me, but definitely Leo energy. Somebody needs to show courage. Somebody needs to build up their courage to stop faking the funk. So they can get to their damn 10 of Pentacles. Somebody needs to speak their damn. I'm done. I'm not. I cannot. I just can't. So they can have their actual commitment and a new beginning. But somebody's going to have to go within in order to really understand this and overcome this. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. The Hermit energy is definitely Virgo. Yeah. Definite lack of self-esteem. Could be on both parties' parts here. But for sure, this is that energy of somebody definitely holding on to something that they thought was real, something that they thought was stable. There's a lot of manipulation going on. I've never done this before. All these cards are just making a whole hell of a lot of sense. And somebody is in indecision. But they need to allow for the spirit to lead them, their intuition. They need to trust that. And then make communication and be ready and willing to put in work and effort for this connection. I gotta stop. I could keep going on and on. Moving on. Next card, 9 of Diamonds. Let's see. The 9 of Diamonds deals with the Hermit. Didn't the Hermit just come out clarifying this? Okay. Clarifying this 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Now we got the Seven of Pentacles. That's my bookmark. Okay. So there was a pause. There was this time of thought, time of thinking, time of reflection. Hey, what do I want? Do I want this? Mind you, this is the second seven. So you guys, this is very spiritual. God, it's very spiritual. So the Nine of Diamonds deals with the Hermit. It can also deal with sacrifice without regret and self-care. Remember how I mentioned that there two nines, the Nine of Hearts, and this one is in the reverse, right? You remember how I was saying I felt like somebody self-sabotaged a lot or they weren't taking care of themselves. Here, this is what they're going to have to do. Take care of themselves. Now let's see what Spirit was telling us when we clarified this energy. Let me put all these cards back up in the deck because they don't have to remain out. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Let me set some. Let me put this up and let me make some room here on the flow. Because real thugs get out on the flow. Moving on. Shuffle these back up. Man. Woo. You know, nines can also definitely symbolize endings of cycles. So it's time out for this not loving oneself, and it's time out for not listening to oneself, for not listening to intuition, for not following the spiritual guidance that we have, that everybody has, you know, ever before them, that's within them. All right, so let's go ahead and get the clarifying cards for these. Okay. We got the Three of Swords, go figure, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles in reverse here. So this is the second time that counterparts are on the table. We saw the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, and mind you, both queens came out first, and now we're seeing the Queen of Pentacles came out, and now we have the King of Pentacles on the deck in reverse. On the deck, the King of Pentacles on the floor in reverse. So with this Three of Swords energy, I feel as though definitely third party situation with an older woman and a younger woman here. I'm seeing that clear as day because it's on the card. Boom. 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 Knight of Cups being here, I feel as though after this person goes within and does some soul searching, whoever this is for or whatever, I feel like they're going to at least want to write a letter to you. Bare minimum. But truth is, it's about communication. So they're going to want to, I feel like this person could be thinking about communicating with you and they're all in their feelings. Okay. I'm talking about seriously in their feelings. I'm hearing that they're crying, some of them. They are drinking heavily. And they start to write something, but then they're like, oh no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. You know, they're kind of just trying to figure out how they're going to say whatever they're going to say to you. And it could be about the third party situation, or it could be about how they're feeling because they put you in a third party situation. Okay? And it may not even be that at all. It could be just a hey, because they could have thought about their feelings. They could be more clear about the way that they feel about you, and now they may want to finally express that. Okay? We'll clarify. Then we got the King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like somebody can't even focus on their money, or maybe somebody realizes that they were being greedy. Remember, greed did come up for me with this Nine of Cups in reverse, you know, and being wasteful. Maybe they realized that they were asking for way too much. They were doing the absolute most with the King of Pentacles in reverse. They were being too materialistic, maybe too focused on the physical things, sex, overindulgence in food, wanting to have a whole hell of a lot of money. And maybe it led them to make an unwise damn decision that they are that they are in fact, you know, remorseful over. That's coming to an end though. Spirit, why is this Three of Swords here? Four of Wands just came out. So it's in regards, obviously, to a committed union. Come on, Spirit, talk to me. Knight of Wands, now in reverse. So I feel like there was discord, division in the house, arguing. Somebody could have even moved or changed residence. Or maybe there's somebody who they're living with currently, but they're not getting along. Somebody may not even want to leave the damn house. I ain't never heard that for this card before, but I just heard it right now. Tower card and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse coming out. Somebody doesn't want to work on a connection anymore. Somebody might be tired of putting in, so much work, maybe money. And for, some type of truth is about to get ready to come out in regards to that. Knight of Swords. They might be talking about quickly moving on. Two of Wands. A decision that needs to be made, or maybe they're at a crossroads. All of this came out in the rising reading, y'all. It's crazy. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo showing up as well. And Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I'm going to stop. And that's back to the devil energy. So, yeah. This attachment is rooted possibly in a heartbreak. Somebody couldn't get over it, or they didn't deal with their feelings for real about it, and now they're having to. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Judgment. Somebody, to me, is having an awakening. They're experiencing an awakening. Okay? Got them all up in their feelings, or it's about to happen if it hasn't. Devil. Having to let that toxic shit go. Realizing that, hey, I allow something else to control me. Four of Swords, they could be spending a lot of time alone and in solitude trying to get their thoughts together. They could be meditating more. Hierophant. This message of love could come in. It could be from someone who is a husband or a wife of someone. Or it could be also about their own spiritual awakening. Because the Hierophant is the counterpart to the High Priestess. And I want to say, I don't know if the High Priestess came out in this. I don't think it did. Spirit, give me one more card. But some of these messages could be about the fact that they're ready to truly commit this time to somebody. They don't want to lie anymore. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, they could be tired of lying. Tired of maybe even running. Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse, so I feel like somebody could have thought about something and then finally made their decision. And we've got the Chariot and the Hanging Man. All three of these cards just flew out of the deck. I saw the Chariot first, but the Seven of Pentacles was here. So I feel like somebody's, and that's the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. This is like the second time something like that can't happen. Anyway, 2 sevens. I just said that a little bit earlier, 77, so you guys could be seeing that a lot. But anyway, somebody has come out of this deception, and somebody's also made their decision about whether or not something has been beneficial for them. Whether or not seeds that they planted have yielded the type of results they wanted. All right? And I saw the Chariot as the last card. Hangman was underneath it. So the Hanging Man, somebody had to get a new perspective. And upon doing that, they're going to be messaging you, talking about how they want to move forward. This person could have a lot of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in the chart. King of Pentacles Spirit. Why is this King of Pentacles here in reverse? It got something to do with a soulmate connection, that's for sure. With friendship, companionship. I feel like this person was mean to their person. And they know that. They know that. In reverse, what is this card? Ace of Cups. Yeah. I feel like they had an opportunity of love, of a new, fresh new beginning, divinely orchestrated, with a divine partner and they're being greedy or they're being really brute and mannish and shit and, you know, in their ego, cause them to probably pass it up. Okay? Yeah. The Three of Swords and the Two of Swords coming out together. Whew. They were still confused. They were still confused about maybe a past connection, about a heartbreak. Yeah. Temperance showing, oh, the lover showed up in reverse. It fell out in reverse. But they were still confused. And so I feel like they passed up on a very beautiful union. Possibly Gemini in the chart, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy here, a lot of air energy. But they passed up on a very beautiful connection. Mm-mm-mm. Queen of Pentacles sitting at the bottom. It's just flipped over. So sad. Spirit, give me one more to close this out. They passed up on a connection with someone who it could have been great with as well. This is the next card. I mean, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, back here on the table. I feel like whoever this is, they could see as the mother of their children or, you know, as someone they want to marry. Someone who's able to make a lot of money. But maybe they could have been putting in a lot of effort or work here. And maybe they were exhausted and they're tired. Give me one more. That's it. I'm done. Seven of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, 10 of damn swords. So I feel like somebody is possibly tired of sabotaging themselves or they're tired of betrayal. But the beautiful thing about 10, honey bunches of oats, is that is the end. That is your completion. And you don't have to go through that again if you choose not to. You can have the wheel of fortune change on your behalf. Okay? And now we're back at the doggone swords and stuff upside down in reverse. I'm going to end right there with that and move on to the next cards and stuff like that. I'm picking these cards up because I need them to possibly help me clarify the next set of cards. Okay, let me shuffle. So the last and final card, and then I'm going to be done with you guys. The last and final card we have here is the Five of Spades. The Five of Spades could deal with a difficult opponent according to the Illuminated Tarot deck. It can also deal with a possible disappointment. According to the traditional tarot, though, which is where I found my understanding of this, is that it could deal with manipulation. It could deal with strategy. And I really got the vibe that somebody could either be strategic in this or somebody needs to be strategic. And they're going to find out the strategy during this hermit mode. If they haven't already gone into that mode, okay? They're going to find their enlightenment or whatever. And maybe somebody is literally, I'm hearing they're biding their time. They're biding their time. Okay? Fives also can deal with conflict and change. So whatever is about to happen, whatever conflict that they're having to be strategic and methodical about, it's getting ready to change and shift. And I also feel like that Wheel of Fortune coming out could be alluding to that. This Five of Spades is still Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Okay, clarifying that, we had the Hierophant, the Hanged Man in reverse, and we had the Eight of Wands. So to me, the message that I got very loud and clear is that after a new perspective came in, somebody could have somebody could know who they want to commit to, or somebody can know now who they are spiritually speaking and what they're called to do. They could have a different spiritual path, a new direction in life, and hence this new method or this new strategy. And this could be something that they begin to message someone about. Communication, open up the lines of communication. Okay? But I really feel like this new perspective is about a marriage. That's what I feel. And they're going to communicate this to someone. So let's see who this is going to be for. My focus right now is going to be this Eight of Wands. Like, what are these messages going to be about, Spirit? After this strategy and stuff like that. What are these messages about to be about? This card. Eight of Cups. So that could indicate somebody walking away in search of something better. Wish fulfillment. Walking away from a karmic or toxic situation, or walking away from a situation, fear, control, whatever, attachments, unhealthy attachments, sexual connections. Ooh. So, oh my God. Yep. Six of Swords in reverse flew out. So this is something where there's turbulence. There's no peace. But they're moving towards their happiness. And this is pretty much, remember, was this not pretty much where this reading began? Spirit, give us one more. Okay. The end of deception. They're not lying to themselves anymore. They're not going to go along with this scheming and this plotting. Let's see what the Seven of Swords in reverse can deal with, because I'm just talking off of what I'm feeling intuitively right there. But let's talk about the Seven of Swords. Shall we? Ooh. Seven of Swords in reverse. It can deal with good advice, counsel, instruction. It can deal with slander, babbling to distract. So for me, I definitely feel like this is still more so about walking away from lies. Somebody could have been gossiping, stirring up and keeping up drama. And this is what this person was like, I want peace. I want my tranquility. I'm tired of this. I want happiness and joy. And I'm about to go get it. I'm done. The Chariot. So they moving on. And they're moving towards a possible fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius woman. Somebody who they could have had conflict and stuff with in the past, with the Five of Wands showing itself. This person they could have had waiting for them or in suspense, where they could have rejected them before. But now they're going to be messaging them. And those messages are going to be that they left. They left that toxic ass situation. And they really want to try to work it out again with this other person. They have a sense of self-worth and respect. And they're going to talk about how they're ready to put in work with you. And that will be victory. Anyways, that is the end of this reading, you guys. I pray that something resonated with you all. Please forgive me. I was definitely sleepy, but I really wanted to get done with this. So please bear with me. For those who make it all the way through to the end, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Peace, love, light, and darkness working in harmony together. Bye, you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.